Okay, welcome back. My name is Mason Dupree. If you guys have never watched these videos before, this is sort of a channel where I document my growth as I'm building my own personal agency, which is a marketing agency. I know that's kind of very heard of on the internet, but I'm trying to do it in a unique way, as well as working full time for another agency, which is sort of a unique, sort of position as well. Most guys are telling you like, don't get a job, don't go do this, don't go work for someone else, go do your own thing and risk all of your, your money and all this and that. And trust me, I've done that, and I did that over the past year, and it was probably the largest phase of growth ever. But it was also probably one of the most miserable times in terms of, I guess, just a lot of other factors outside of personal growth and development. Like, you grow a lot during that period of time when you're committing everything possible to that one thing. But there's a lot of other drawbacks that, come with, I think, being, not successful in business, but being, working very hard on a business that are not always desirable. And it's not that I'm afraid or don't want those results. I'm okay with that again, but I don't want to bet the farm again. And I'm also trying to be smarter about the next attempts. And so this video, these videos are actually part of documenting my latest attempt, and with my, the latest amount of knowledge I've accrued from, trying to build, I think, 7 to 9 businesses over the past 8 years. And, I think I'm getting to a point where I'm going to find success soon. Is this it? I don't know. Is it the next one? Maybe it's 30 from now. I don't know. But at least you guys will be along for the ride. Today I wanted to talk about consistency. And it's not really, I don't want to really toot my own horn here or brag, because it's really not that much to brag about. But I think it's important to share little wins, that are obviously gained by being consistent. And so evidence, exhibit A is this YouTube channel. I did not expect over 11 videos, now we're on the 11th, to have any more than 20 to 100 views at all. I'm now pushing over 600, which is not a massive view count, but the engagement's been good. I got a lot of comments from you guys. I'm excited to see that. I get a decent amount of likes. And the subscriber count is growing, which is huge. I mean, that's for the first time ever in my entire life, ever trying to do anything on YouTube. I finally am starting to see semi-results, growth, little bits of growth. On the same time, or at the same time on X, I'm actually doing sort of the same thing, of course, suited to that platform. What seems to be one of the major, I guess, catalysts for growth on X is replying. They call it being a reply guy on X. And so going under posts, replying with a thoughtful comment and moving on, that's engagement. And that platform is heavily rewarding engagement. And so, I try to do so, as many replies as I can a day. Sometimes you run out of time. Sometimes you don't really want to be stuck in Twitter. It can get a little tiresome, especially after you've replied, to 20 posts. But there's some reply guys out there that are doing 60 posts. But like, you never know, just as a quick tip, you never know which reply is going to blow up. Like, I said something is so sick or whatever under a post last night, and it got 20,000 impressions, which is kind of ridiculous. And if you don't know, obviously my goal is to get to monetization on X. That is 5 million impressions over 3 months and 500 verified followers. I think I'm at around 70 to 80 verified followers, and I'm around, I think, 350,000 impressions for the last month. Obviously, that's nowhere near where I need to be. Kind of my goal was to get to a consistent daily metric of impressions and then kind of grow from there. I've been trying to be semi-consistent with at least 10,000 impressions a day. I have hit days like yesterday or today where I'm at 42,000 impressions, which is kind of insane. And it really is just, how much effort you're willing to put in and how consistent you're willing to be. And so for that reason, I've been kind of slipping up on X, but I'm excited to, try to double down again and to try to stay consistent on X and keep growing the impressions and keep growing the followers. But on YouTube, also still being committed to these a video every 2 days. And that's a tough, I guess, timeline. Like today, for example, it's the 20th, happy Inauguration Day if you celebrate. But I'm recording this the morning of, because I wasn't able to do it over the weekend. I had my girlfriend in town, so super busy. But unfortunately, that means I've got to get one up and do it today. Otherwise, I'm going to miss my goal. And I have not missed it in 11 videos. This will be the 11th. And I'm not planning on missing it anytime soon. So for that reason, had to get up, had to do it. It's not something that, I wanted to talk. I like getting on camera. It's rewarding to see my metrics grow up. But at the same time, I'm a little hesitant to get on camera if I don't have anything really great to share. But then again, I don't really know what is great content and what's not. And at the beginning of this whole YouTube journey, it's more about creating content in general, just for the sake of creating content to then get better at doing so, right? Because I'm not very good and I don't know everything about YouTube, and I'm trying to, sort of grow, but I can't do that without doing. And that's the best way of getting better at something, is to do it. I've talked about volume and doing so much of the thing that would make you successful that it is unreasonable that you wouldn't be successful, right? So for that reason, just being consistent is something that I wanted to share, and sort of the results I've gotten from that. And that's sort of something I got from Atomic Habits, which if you've never read that book, I know there's a lot of self-help books out there, and I know a lot of it repeats the same stuff. I think Atomic Habits is probably one of the more fundamental, self-help books that I've ever read. It's sort of launched all of the 38 books I read in a year with the goal of 52. I mean, that's still huge, on top of, building my own business and spending a ton of time and money building that and growing and building a ton of skills through that period of time. To now, trying to be consistent, cutting down on my screen time, increasing my impressions and followers on X, and then, working here as well to try and share some valuable content for you guys. It's one of the more pivotal books, but one of the things that it shared that I was not too great at up until now was gamifying my results. It seems that, it's a little bit more rewarding when you do hyper focus on the analytics, and it makes you very clear, if you get really good at what is the metric for success and then you focus on that metric, you're gonna find growth. And just keep doing that, stay consistent, and only change a thing or two every once in a while. And I don't know if anyone's really noticed it, but there are certain aspects of these videos that I've changed. I've changed the lighting, I've changed what I share books, I write notes, I do a little bit of different things with the editing, I add title cards, I adjust the title every once in a while, the description actually stayed the same, but I change little tiny things every once in a while just to see how they'll impact the video's success. And I by no means have enough data to really go off of what I think is best. But some of the videos where I just speak from a passion and try not to make it too lessony, not too, I don't know, I don't really put a curriculum on it, I guess, if that makes sense. Like when I was sharing my notebooks and things like that, those videos seem to do really well. And I think it's because that's my natural, willingness to share the things that I think have actually made me grow. Notebooks being one of them, being consistent being one of them. So hopefully that's some good content for you guys. I hope that you're staying consistent in whatever it is you're trying to do. Let me know what you're trying to do. Please comment. I'd love to engage with you guys down in the comments. Answer any questions you guys might have about marketing or anything like that, or building your own business or growth or whatever. If you're facing sort of a debacle in which route to go, I'd be happy to kind of add my input. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again. Super excited to keep making these videos, excited to be consistent, and hopefully we can make it to the end of January with a video posted every 2 days. I don't expect to really drop that cadence anytime soon unless it really seems to impact quality and performance. But anyway, thank you guys so much for viewing this video, especially if you made it this far to the end. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, thanks.